It's a busy weekend at West Point, and we'll get started on the baseball diamond, and it's the final Army-Navy Star Series presented by USAA. It's the Black Knights who are looking to gain some ground in the Patriot League standings as they take on the Midshipmen. Last year, the Black Knights were swept down in Annapolis, and they're looking for revenge on their home field this year. A couple of wins would also bolster their position in the Patriot League standings.
Well, baseball is baseball. We just want to go out and play, and we don't want silly things like walks and errors get in the way. Those are the big things that slow you down and really you can't do too much about. You just hope the guys go out there this weekend and play good baseball. We're just going to stay the same and have a good couple days of practice and then take it right into the weekend, and hopefully the guys will be ready to go.
All right, all set. Now from baseball to softball, the Black Knights softball team, 3-game series this weekend against the Bison of Bucknell. Army getting swept last weekend by BU. Still in good position, though, to make the Patriot League playoffs, but a couple of wins against Bucknell would go a long way for the Black Knights.
Bucknell can hit. They've got a great freshman pitcher right now. So I think, again, we just got to play our game, and we got to keep moving our runners. We got to keep some action on the bases and play tight defense. Defense is the key to our success and going to win us championships.
All set. The Army women's lacrosse team's coming off their first ever Patriot League win this past Wednesday, an 11-7 victory over Colgate, and the Black Knights are going to look to continue the momentum against Boston University. Now the Black Knights, one of their strongest areas has been the draw control. They're going to look to continue that this weekend against BU, and as well look to their younger talent, which has been stepping up all season long.
Good thing for us is some of the really finer tuned points of our game plan against Colgate will definitely apply to Boston University. BU, they have great offensive transition. They score a lot of goals out of transition. So really slowing the game down, causing them to play some settled offense is going to be a big key for us. Obviously, giving ourselves possessions, as many possessions as possible. They have a really strong veteran goalkeeper, so our offensive players are going to have to see the cage often and hopefully finish early on her.
Now, before all of this happens, the weekend gets started Friday night under the lights at Michie Stadium as the Army men's lacrosse team takes on Loyola. The winner of that game will get the #1 seed in the Patriot League tournament. Now, the Black Knights lost twice to Loyola last year, once in the regular season and once in the Patriot League championship, so they're looking for revenge. Big keys for the Black Knights: got to be solid on the X with Dan Graber, and the offense has to get back into form as they only scored 6 goals last week at Navy.
Yeah, Pat Spencer, to me, in my 12 years, is the best player that's ever played in our league. He's clearly one of the top 3 or 4 players in the country right now as a sophomore. Just a very dynamic kid who's got ability to score, ability to feed the ball. But he's not the only guy they have. They've got some tremendous middies and outstanding attackmen that play with them. So it's going to be a huge task for certain. I think the way we've got to attack it is just really, in the 10-man defense type of philosophy, and that means managing the game from the offensive end. We've got to Danny Graber's going to have a big test in the face-off circle, but we've got to come away with more than our share in that part. Going to keep the ball out of their hands, minimize their number of possessions, and if we're able to do that, we've got to prefer defense ourselves. But if we're playing fewer possessions, I think our chances of being successful are become greater.
Teams in action on the road for Army include both men's and women's track at the Larry Ellis Invitational, golf's at the Colgate Invitational, while the women's tennis team takes on Bucknell, and the men's tennis team will be in action in the Patriot League tournament, looking to make it 2 championships in 2 seasons. That's going to do it for your weekend preview. For Night Vision, I'm Zach.